Hey guys, so today I have a very classic pinup hair and makeup tutorial for you guys. So if you want to see how I went from this to this, then just keep watching. So first we're going to start with hair because we're going to be pin curling, and doing that means it needs to set. So first I'm just going to brush through my hair and put some heat protectant in it. Next, I'm going to part my hair to the side. I'm doing the side that is opposite of my undercut, just so my hair covers my undercut. Then I'm going to section my hair into the sections that I am going to pin curl. I'm not pin curling all of my hair because the back of my hair has way too many layers and it just won't work. So I'm just sectioning off the hair, basically doing the front chunks, and then I'm just going to tie the rest of my hair back so it's out of the way. I'm going to use a 3/4 inch curling iron. The smaller the better because you want very tight curls because we're going to be brushing through them. And then I'm just using these little hair pins. I got these from Walmart. They were like $3. You can use bobby pins, but honestly these work a lot better. So then I'm going to start taking very small sections, maybe like an inch or so of hair, and start curling away from my face, and I'm going to curl as close to my scalp as possible. Obviously, don't burn yourself. So then obviously you let it set, jam out, make sure it gets warm enough, and then when you take the curl out, you're going to basically curl it back into a little ring. So as you can see, I'm just kind of making it so it curls back into itself. I'm going to curl it all the way to the top of my head and then pin it right at the top of my head. This way the curl sets when it is curled. So as opposed to just letting it hang and making it set that way, this way it sets while it's in a curl position, so it'll hold a lot better. If you have hair that just doesn't hold a curl, this will really help you. I'm going through this really fast. There's a ton of pin curl tutorials out there if you guys want a deeper explanation of how to do pin curls. Then I will leave some of my favorite tutorials down below, and yeah, so if you guys want to see further explanation, I'll leave those and you guys can go check those out. But basically you just want even rows and even sections and pretty neat pin curls because you don't want any weird flyaways. Once it is done, it should look something like this. How cute. And then I'm just going to spray it with some hairspray. This is just the Mitchel finishing spray. And while we let that set, we're going to move on to face. So I'm just mixing these two foundations. It just gives me a really good flawless appearance, and I'm just going to blend that in with my Real Technique sponge. Then I'm just going to conceal a little bit. I'm using a concealer that matches my skin tone just because I just want imperfections to be gone. Then I'm just going to slightly highlight under my under eye. Classic pinup makeup isn't the full drag that we're used to with highlighting and contouring and baking, so I'm just doing my makeup relatively simple. Then I'm just setting my under eyes, of course, and I'm using the NYX contour palette for this. And then of course setting my entire face with my NYX Set It and Don't Fret It powder. So I'm just applying a little bit of bronzer. I'm actually mixing the warm and cool porcelain shades just to give my face some definition on my cheeks. But again, we're not doing the full heavy glam that we're used to. We're just doing a simple classic pinup makeup. So I'm just doing that to define. Then I'm going to mix these two pink blushes and I'm going to apply that pretty heavily to my cheeks to give us that rosy, flirty, blushed cheek look. Then we're moving straight on to eyes. The eyes are super simple. First, take your favorite really pigmented white shade and pop that all over your lid and brow bone. Then take a mid-tone lightish brown that's just a couple shades deeper than your skin tone. Take your favorite transition color or a little bit deeper and just buff that all over the crease. I'm putting a little bit on my outer V just to help define my eyes. And make sure to keep blending. This look is simple, but that doesn't mean you can skimp with blending. Then I'm going to fill in my eyebrows using my Anastasia dipbrow pomade. I'm filling in my eyebrows a little bit different than normal. I'm doing a lot lighter strokes so it looks like hair strokes, and I'm not doing them as harsh and defined. I'm also pulling them out a little bit longer on the sides. Now, time for wing liner. We gotta get that perfect wing. Take a breath and do some wing liner. Mine wasn't perfect at first, and I'll show you guys a trick that I do when I want to fix my eyeliner. So if it's a little wonky, I will just take a little makeup remover wipe, pull it really tight, and just wipe it away. This way I can just fix it and make sure that they're both even. Next for fake lashes, these are Ardell Studio Demi Wispies. I like these because they're a little bit thicker on the outer edge, which really complements the winged liner. And then I'm just applying some nude liner to my waterline. This one is the Makeup Geek Full Spectrum. And then, of course, red lips. This is Kat Von D's Nosferatu. It's my favorite red in the entire world. It's just a perfect blue-based, bright blood red. Oh, it's my favorite, literally, of all time. It's the most perfect red in existence. I love it. We're going to let that dry because we're about to take our pin curls out and we do not want to get wet liquid lipstick in our hair. So again, I'm just going to take the pin curls out. Just take them out, and yeah, that's it. Try to keep them relatively neat. This is where the pins come in handy because bobby pins can sometimes be a little bit harder to take in and put in and to take out. And then I'm just going to start combing through my hair. So this look is a lot of zhuzhing. It's a lot of just kind of fixing and seeing where your hair lays. I end up going back with my teasing brush and really brushing through your hair. If your hair got really frizzy during this, just keep brushing your hair through the frizz. So here I'm combing with my teasing brush, and as you can see, the curls just really smooth out, and they just kind of morph together really nicely. So again, I'm just brushing all the way through. Make sure you brush underneath the curl, on top of the curl, and you can kind of see it kind of just does itself once you pin curl and brush it through. Now for the back of my hair, like I said, I have a ton of really choppy layers in the back of my hair, so I'm just kind of curling my hair. I'm pulling my hair flat and curling it in on itself, as opposed to curling like ringlet style, just because I want it to look like little tubes. So here you can see I'm curling it in on itself, so that way it lays like that. It's really hard to explain, but you guys can see what I'm doing. I just want the shape of the curl to match the front of my hair, and the front of my hair is not ringlets, so I don't want the back of my hair to be ringlets. And as you can see, I did put some pins in my hair just so my hair holds that swoopy shape in front of my eyes. So I'm just taking those pins out. And here's where the zhuzhing just starts, where I'm just going to keep brushing through my hair and just kind of moving it and manipulating it. It's really just kind of what you want it to be. You can keep it like this, but I decided to do kind of a faux victory roll. So I just noticed how that little piece was just kind of curling up, and I decided to take this piece and turn it into a little swoopy, again, kind of a faux victory roll. So I'm just making sure the side of my hair is all flat and smooth because we'll be pinning this to it. Then I'm going to separate the hair and tease on both sides. I'm not going crazy with back combing, just a little bit of tease so that it gives it some body. Then I'm going to separate it again, just so the entire section is teased and back combed. But I'm not going to back comb any place where you will see the hair. So this is all inside of the little swoopy doop. So then I'm just going to all swoop it together and then brush it off to the side so that it gets all smooth. Okay, this part is really hard to explain, and doing victory rolls is really hard in that it takes a lot of practice. The first time I did one, it took me probably like 6 times that I had to redo it. But basically you just watch how the curl curls into itself and just keep kind of manipulating it so it curls, so that it curls into itself. So as you can see, that one didn't work. So you just kind of see where the curl is. See, I had to redo it again. So I'm taking the hair, seeing where I want the little curl, so I want it off to the side of my face, and then I just kind of manipulate it and tuck all of the hair together into itself so that it just kind of creates a little curl up into itself. You guys can kind of see what's happening. So then I'll just curl it, place it, and then I will take a bobby pin and just pin it. Thankfully, my dark hair masks the bobby pins. You usually want to hide the bobby pins, but you couldn't see the bobby pins in my hair. Next, I'm going to spray my teasing comb with some of that hairspray and just start smoothing out the curl. I'm going very, very light here. I just want to smooth all the flyaways away. So don't brush through it really hard. Just hardly use it just to tame the flyaways. And then I am securing that little curl with another bobby pin just so it stays in place a little bit better. And then I'm just going to continue to start smoothing out my hair. I'm going all over my hair just so it looks really, really smooth and seamless and flawless. And then I'm just going to continue zhuzhing my hair and making it look the way that I want it. And once I am done, then this look is complete. I love how it turned out. Again, you don't have to do the little swoopy roll, but I love how it turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys later. Bye!